Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. Thank you so much for tuning in today. First up, Perfect Pup joins me in studio to share about their various dog training options. Then I visit Viking Psychiatry to learn about their new provider and services they are rolling out. And later, our Best Reviews team shows us home essentials at a discounted price. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Perfect Pup. Perfect Pup works one-on-one with your dog towards the specific training goals that you want for your perfect pup. And joining me today is Don Kimes, the owner and dog trainer. Hello, Don.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Yes, okay, so congratulations on starting your business.
Thank you.
This year, very exciting. So start off by telling me, what made you start a dog training business?
Well, I've been volunteering for dog training at Midwest Akita Rescue Society for almost 2 decades now.
Wow.
Been having lots of foster dogs come in and out, training them, getting them ready for potential adopters, and then helping out friends and family. And then one day, somebody told me, Don, you should do dog training as a business. And I really love working with dogs and helping people, especially the troubled ones, get over their issues. And I says, you know what? I think I will.
Yeah.
And that's what got me into starting Perfect Pup.
Awesome. And so there's a difference between dog training and dog etiquette, right?
Sure.
So, okay, so talk to me about that. What's the difference?
Well, what I see dog etiquette is a dog that's going to behave when guests and other people are around. They're going to behave for you when you're having a trouble spot. Whereas dog training is just teaching them some basic commands, obedience commands, sit, stay, down. And all that stuff is important for dog etiquette as well.
Right.
But we want to be able to apply that dog training of sit, stay in a way that they're not going to be messing around with you while you're trying to cook. They're not going to be running out the door when the guests arrive. They're not going to be jumping up on everybody. And so that's the part of the dog etiquette that makes, it just takes the basic obedience to the next level, so to speak.
Yes, and when you are trying to instill those fundamentals of etiquette, what age range can you really start? Is it from an actual pup?
Yeah.
Is it from birth? Talk to me about that.
Well, I think the youngest client I've had sign up for is about 3 months old.
Okay.
And I've got several people call me for puppies all the time.
Yeah.
And it is great to instill those good behaviors at a young age. And I've got some pups that are 5 months old, 4 months old that are doing wonderful, and people think that they're much older than they are because of how well behaved they are.
Right. Okay, let's talk about dog reactivity.
Sure.
What is that?
Dog reactivity is just basically how a dog will, it gets mislabeled as aggressive a lot of times.
Okay.
A dog aggression, dog reactivity. They bark and they pull. They might even try to bite. And so dog reactivity can be aggressive. It doesn't have to be, but it's just, usually it's a fear-based response from the dog. And we teach them and show them how they can get past that fear-based reactivity and turn into a dog that is good with other people, good with other dogs, good with cats even.
Oh, well, I know that you said that you loved a challenge, and trying to really work with those troubled dogs. And so do you have an example of maybe a situation where a dog was acting out and you were able to rope him back in?
I do have several examples, and this even dates back to when I was just doing volunteer work for the rescue.
Yeah.
But a lot of these dogs we get in come in with problems. They're not adoptable, whether they've had a bite history or they just don't behave in the home. They're destroying everything in the house. And they're ready to give up the dog, find a new home for it, take it to the animal shelter, and I can step in, work with them, show them some training stuff that they can get past those issues, and the dog can stay in the home. That's the ultimate goal at Perfect Pup, is to make sure that your dog, even the troubled ones, we can fix the issues so they don't have to go to a different home.
So I know that you have here a couple of dog collars, and typically they're used for different reasons, but you're kind of reworking the use of them. So talk to me about these dog collars and what are you doing different?
Sure. So this is your standard training collar, otherwise known as a shock collar in the community. And it's got these little prongs that will send an electronic stimulation to the dog. However, I've this is usually known as a negative reinforcement tool, a punishment, so to speak. However, what I'm come up with is a way to use these collars in a positive only way. No shock. No way in which the dog is going to be harmed or feel any negative effects.
Okay.
This is a collar from eCollar Technologies. It's a pager-only unit. You'll see there's no prongs whatsoever. And we can use the vibrate and the tone as an opportunity to reward with a treat or affection.
Oh, so it kind of gives a little buzzy sensation as opposed to an electric shock. Okay.
You may have heard of clicker training. That's something a lot of people are very familiar with. But this has a tone on it, and we can substitute the tone for this for an actual clicker. And by doing so, the dog can be across the field. We can hit the tone. They're going to come running back to us for a treat.
Oh, so it's an alert thing you're saying. So if they feel that tone, then they know, oh, it's something positive that's about to happen.
Exactly.
Okay, I see how
Instead
you
of what the traditional method is something negative.
Yeah.
So even people that own these shock collars can remove these contact points, maybe put a piece of electrical tape over it, and they can use it without having to purchase a brand new version like I have here, the pager only style.
Yeah.
And get positive reward action instead of negative consequence.
Yes, that's great. I mean, that really makes sense. Okay, so let's talk about distraction training. What is distraction training?
Distraction training is getting your dog to perform the stuff that they already know. Sit, stay down. But in an environment where they might not want to listen. Like a crowd of people or a dog park or just anything like a squirrel. You know, how dogs always see a squirrel, and they're always fixated on the squirrel. So we take those opportunities and we put the dog in those opportunities and we train them to sit and stay during a distraction or a fixation, if you will. And so that way, when a real life scenario comes up in which there is another dog, and this helps with reactivity as well, there's another dog, there's another squirrel, there's a crowd of people, our dog is going to listen to us.
Okay.
We have to practice with the distractions. Being able to sit in your home is not enough. They need those distractions so that we can train them how to listen to us during those distractions.
So tell me, Don, is there a true difference between how a dog is trained and the breed of the dog that's being trained? How do those two work together?
Most of the fundamentals apply to all breeds.
Okay.
But some dogs they take a little bit longer to learn. Some dogs have more issues with barking than others. Some dogs they just don't get it quite as fast. That's just like a human.
Yeah.
Not all children develop education the same, and dogs can be very similar in that regard. But I've got some stubborn Akitas myself, and they can be very difficult.
The dog is called Nikita?
The breed.
The breed is called Nikita?
Yes, it's similar to a Husky. It's in that same working breed family. They're very stubborn dogs.
Yeah.
But I've trained them for almost 20 years now, and actually training some of the other breeds has been a lot easier compared to most Akitas. But again, the process very similar. It just takes longer with some dogs than others.
That's great. Okay, so we covered a lot of good training options. Do you offer any other type of training?
We do behavioral training, aggression, reactivity. We do a lot of basic obedience training, and then we focus on distraction training to make sure that we get over all the issues that the clients are looking for.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much. That was very informative.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Yes. And if you would like more information about Perfect Pup, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Perfect Pup.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
Enjoy fun in the sun on Living Local 15. Become a tourist in your own city. Visit your favorite spots and have some fun with me. From kayaking to rappelling off a building, I show you ways to have an adventure in Northeast Indiana every weekday morning at 9 on Wayne 15. So join me, Jessica Williams, for Living Local 15.
Watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams weekdays at 9 on Wayne 15 and catch past episodes on wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by Viking Psychiatry. Welcome to Mental Health Matters. I am here at Viking Psychiatry to learn all about their holistic services for mental health and also their new provider. Let's do it. Joining me now is Sean Goddard, the owner of Viking Psychiatry. Hello again.
Hello, good to see you.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. Okay, so I hear that we have some exciting news today. You are adding someone to your facility, Valerie Rumpel, and she's a nurse practitioner. So tell me about her.
Yeah, we're really excited to have Valerie. Valerie has been a mental health nurse practitioner for about 10 years now. She's known in the community. Currently, she works for Park Center, but I've had a chance to get to know her over the past couple years, and she is somebody that's really invested in her clients' well-being, and also offering newer options, newer interventions, right? Which is what actually ended up leading her to us. She's excited about Spravato and those type of modalities and treatments that are available and the differences that can be made. And so she'll be joining us at the beginning of September, which we're really excited about.
That is. Okay, so talk to me about some of the age groups she'll work with and some of the services that she'll provide.
Yes, so she will be working with ages 18 and above initially. Her main focus will be initially on medication management. You know, being here as a provider by myself, I've been extremely limited for a while now on taking on new clients for medication management, and we know that is really needed at this time. We have centers in the area that have shut down their offices, right, and clients have been displaced, and people are really struggling to find a place to be able to get their treatment and get their, in simplified terms, medication management done. So Valerie is coming on board to tackle that, but she'll also be educating and working in and doing Spravato and other treatment interventions that we offer here as well.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, so many facilities and organizations, small and large, are cutting down on their mental health programs and their services. And so with you being here in this city, how do you continue to be cutting edge and really be innovative in your approach?
You know, I think one of the reasons is because we're a small company, right? Recently somebody said, oh, you guys are just a small company, you're a small fish right now. But we like being the small fish, right? Because we don't have a board governing us and telling us what to do or how to run our clients or to spend 3 minutes with them and move on because you've got to make a profit, right? Our goal is to create a difference and to provide an intervention for folks. And so that's what we focus on. We reinvest the money that we have coming in right back into offering more chairs for Spravato so there's no waiting list, ketamine, a brand new TMS machine for adolescents, right? And in bringing providers on board. So because we know the need is out there, and if you don't have somebody fighting in your corner, it gets really hard. And we're not perfect, right? We strive to be, but we're not perfect, but we want to make a difference for everybody that we can. And so that's why we're bringing Valerie on and working on other opportunities to continue to help the community.
Yeah, okay, so top of September she will start. And what does that look like in a tangible way to your clients? Like adding Valerie on, how does that impact your facility going forward?
Yeah, it's actually on a multiple level. Just having Valerie here will be a significant impact. She's such an amazing woman. She's got such a great personality. We're really excited. We're a bunch of unique characters here, and she's going to fit right into that. So, and the clients can feel that and see that when they're with her. But she's going to enable, one, for me to be able to have more time to spend on the interventional side of things. Right. And two, we have people that have been on a waiting list for a while and clients who are wanting and looking for somewhere. So she's going to spend some time training, right, and learning the systems and that type of stuff. And so probably by the end of September, she'll be up and running fully and taking clients. And so that means people are going to be able to get the care that they need and want.
Yeah, that's great. And if someone is interested in learning more about the services that you offer and how to get that care, where should they go?
VikingPsych.net. That's the easiest thing. Go there. It's got all the information on there. We'll have Valerie up and running so you can see her information as well. And get connected with us and we'll get you set up.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
And if you'd like more information about Viking Psychiatry, we'll put their website information below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Viking Psychiatry.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
For many of us, we are in such a rush that we end up having cupboards and countertops looking a mess.
Our friends over at BestReviews.com sent us some items which will help you clean up your act, and I know I really need to do that. Let's start with what you got over there. Something for the tub.
Yes,
is that
this,
right, Mac?
oh my gosh, this was so great. So if you just want to have a nice, relaxing tub experience, this is for you. So this is totally waterproof.
Okay.
And what I love about it is that you can extend these handles to fit your tub size.
Okay, so no matter what tub you have,
it'll probably fit
covered.
it, yes. And it's got a place for your phone. It's nice and secure. And right behind that, there's a place where you can put a little drink, so you could have a nice glass of wine,
Nice.
a cup of tea. You can also, it's got this nice stand. You could put a tablet, a book, and just enjoy a nice, relaxing
little
bath.
Aqua bath tray.
Aqua bath tray.
Love
yes,
that.
it was
Okay.
amazing. I really loved this.
Highly recommend. Okay.
Big time, yes.
What do you got here in the middle?
Now this, oh my gosh, this was, if you can even make it better, this was even better than the tub experience, because look at that.
Wow. Okay, so they separate.
They stack. And if you're like me, so I usually keep my winter skincare products and my summer skincare products separate. I obviously have different products that I use throughout the year.
Sure.
So it's nice that I can put all of the products that I'm going to use for the season in this organizer. And they come with drawers too, so you can put your brushes and things like that. Up here I've got some of my nail stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, it's super convenient, super nice, and they come with these cool dividers too, so you could put different palettes in there if you want, or if you're sharing with a spouse,
Yeah.
you know, you could just plop your divider in there and keep your products
Yeah,
separate and
I
nice
love
and
that.
organized.
That Glam cosmetic organizer is awesome. I know it would
Yes.
it would be helpful in our bathroom. Our vanity space is just a mess.
Yeah.
Like my stuff's here, my wife's stuff's here. It's
Sure.
just all there.
And you don't
So-
want to have to put it up because you're going to use it again tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It feels so weird to put it in a drawer or in the cabinet or
Right.
whatever when you just got to pull it back out.
Exactly. This makes it way more better, way easier.
Way easier. I
Yes.
love that. Yeah, that's great. Let's take a look right here.
What do you
This
got?
thing's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is from our friends. This is a Sling dish rack, right?
Okay.
Obviously, it's a dish rack and a rubber mat, and it's
Yes.
all in one. And what I love about it is that it's compact for easy storage. So this thing actually folds up. It
Oh, that's
rolls
nice.
into itself. So let's say you're traveling somewhere, you want to take it with you, or you just want a little extra counter space. Maybe
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of counter space in your home. You don't have to worry about it. When you're not drying dishes or drying silverware, you can just roll this thing up. Also, another thing I love about it is that this rubber tray is dishwasher safe.
Really?
Yes, you can pop that in your dishwasher with no problems.
Oh, so it'll keep it nice and clean.
Keeps everything nice and clean. It's really a great product, and I just can't say enough about the fact that you can compact it down into one.
I love that too.
little
If I'm
item.
having company over, I don't want to have all that mess on the
You know,
counter.
I know, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of an eyesore.
It
like,
is.
Why do we want to look at this person's dishes
Yeah,
drying?
yeah.
So
No, I don't want to see that. Put it away.
I know, and it's a nice size too. Maybe you've got an
Yes.
apartment,
Yeah.
or maybe students are moving into an
That's
apartment for the first
perfect
time.
for a
This is the
dorm, yeah.
Perfect size.
Yeah.
Perfect size. Something you might not have in your dorm, but you're definitely going to have in your home is this bar cart over
Now
here.
that is so cool.
Yes, this bar cart is awesome. This Bellwood bar cart. Okay, so I love it for several reasons. One of the main reasons is that it's got a lot of storage, so you can store things up here on top. I kind of imagined up here on top, this is kind of a display. This is what
Yes.
you want people to see.
Right.
But you also have space underneath, so maybe for storage. Maybe you've got like an ice bucket.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe you have some unopened bottles of wine or some additional bottles of spirits or liquor or whatever you have. You can place those down there with no problem.
Yes.
Another thing that's really a big feature is that it rolls, and these rubber wheels will make sure that your floor doesn't get scuffed up.
Yeah, that's really important.
Especially like our house, we have a tile floor,
Yeah.
so just pushing it across the tile floor, we want to make sure we keep those things nice and spick and span. But check this out, Mac. One of the really cool features about this is that this top part pops off and it can be a serving tray.
I love
So
that.
you could walk around with this, your bar cart, and I think that's the name of the game here with everything that we've done. These are all very
right. You can kind of stack.
Transform them, right? Stack them, transform them, make them smaller, condense them.
Yeah.
You can make that caddy fit
Yep.
any tub you have. So some great products from our friends over at Best Reviews. Thanks as always for sending us these products. And if you're curious about these products, want more information on where you can buy them, you can visit them at bestreviews.com, or you can scan that QR code right there on your screen.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products and where to buy them on WANE.com.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Join me, Jessica Williams, on Living Local 15 every weekday morning at 9 on WANE 15.
Watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams on WANE 15. Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.